thought, in fact I've just decided in the last minute I'll do a video on my next trip, because people keep asking me when my next video is going to be, and I keep saying I want to wait till something comes along that's worth filming, because I can't see the point in filming another trip to Madrid or another trip down that side of Spain, because that's all I've been doing recently. Just doing a lot of Spain, too much Spain really. I'm not a big fan of Spain, if I'm really honest. I'm just not a big fan of the place at all, but that's what we're doing, so that's what we're doing. But anyway, I'm going to Barcelona. I've just come in from Valencia. I've just tipped in Worcestershire, and I'm going head back over towards the yard, and either change trailers at the yard or en route to the yard, to be determined yet exactly what I'm doing. But I'm going straight back up to Barcelona, hopefully on this afternoon's boat. So I've come in on last night's boat, and hopefully I'm going to get back out on this afternoon's boat, but time's marching on. I don't know whether I'll make it or not for this afternoon's boat, but either way, down to Barcelona. I'm just finishing off a break, another couple of minutes left on a break, and then I'll start heading back down towards towards Portsmouth really, and change trailers en route, and then Barcelona. So I don't know whether it's a full load or whether it's drops, because we do a job down that way that involves doing multi-drop stuff, and we do another job down there pulling fridges that involves, well, it's a full load for just northern Barcelona. I don't know which one it is yet, I haven't asked, but we'll find out when I get the trailer. Okay then. So it's really bright now, isn't it? I don't know why it started doing this. It makes my face really bright. Well, it's not bright outside at all. Anyway, we'll work on that. We changed trailers. I ended up going back to the yard to change trailers, because I wouldn't have made the afternoon calm boat, regardless of, even if somebody had brought a trailer out to me on the A34, I still wouldn't have made it. So I just went back to the yard and did it there, rather than involve anybody else, which was better really for me, because I was able to go out and do some shopping and that, and run my car, because I don't get to drive my car very often. So in fact I had a flat tyre as well, so I blew my tyre up and went out in it, give it a run out. Anyway, I am going out on LD lines tonight to Le Havre. Apparently the Cairn boat was full. It was busy last night coming back, and we just got on it. So yeah, out on LD, prefer LD. Put you upstairs with a plug-in fridge, put you upstairs, back you into a space as well, and plug you in. Sometimes you can get 9 hours off as well on it. Sometimes you can't. If you can't, usually only a couple of minutes out. Depends how full the boat is, how fast it gets unloaded in Le Havre. But anyway, regardless of that, off to Barcelona. Today's Tuesday, so on tonight's boat, so we drive all day tomorrow, do 10 hours tomorrow. Can't drive Thursday because it's a holiday, and there's a lorry ban in force on public holidays. So start early doors Friday morning and finish it off, tip Barcelona, hopefully get loaded Friday, maybe, hopefully, and start heading back. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how it works out in practice. This ain't the normal boat for LD lines. I don't know where they've, well, I think looking at the back of it here, this is the ex-New Haven Dieppe boat by the looks of things. You see the Mont Saint Michel on the right hand side, just. That's the Cairn boat that we normally catch. And up this steep ramp. That'd be quite handy. These ramps, the one I'm driving onto opposite here, when we get in the other end, this ramp will actually drop like that one I've just come up. They do it with the trucks on. And you just drive straight out the other end. And there you go. He will, in fact he's already doing it, plugging me in, so sorted. Right, it's we're on the boat and plugged in, fridge is running and everything's okay, so I'm just going to grab my bag and go upstairs. I don't know how many there's going to be in a cabin tonight, but I think it looks pretty busy. There's going to be 2, 3, maybe even 4, but there's a couple of blocks on here I know, so we're going to meet up outside reception, because you don't actually get allocated your cabin until you get on board with LD. We say LD lines, it's DFDS now, but yeah, we'll meet up at reception with a couple of blocks on here that I know, and at least if there is 4 to a cabin, it's going to be at least 3 of us that know each other, so it makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, you can see in the mirror there, that cable there is plugged into my fridge, because the fridge runs on electric on the boat. You can't leave the, well, on these boats, some on the short sea, the Dover Calais, Dover Dunkirk, they'll let you leave your fridge running, but on the long boats you've got to be plugged in, you can't leave it running. So yeah, but that's all sorted. Fridge is running. I've said this before, but I'll say it again, if you get your fridge plugged in, you've got to stay with it. In fact, they won't plug you in if you're not here. They'll just leave you, but make sure the fridge starts again, otherwise it'll cause all sorts of problems. But yeah, anyway, that's all sorted, so I'm gonna go and get my cabin. Right then, as you can see, the ramp that I drove onto last night has been lowered, and you just drive straight off the other end. And I've said this before again, but I will say it again. But there you go, tugs I always have priority over you. If you ever try to rush you doing stuff like this, don't be rushed. There you go, waving us off. Yeah, they'll, I say some of them will really create a big fuss, and yeah, like that fella, wanting me to hurry up, but he's no chance. Giving me the thumbs up here, is everything's okay. They're both at it now. A good example there. I know you can't see them, but it's a really good example of them trying to rush you into doing something you don't want to do. But unfortunately for these 2 chaps, I won't be rushed, because as I've said in a previous video, it's not them 2 that have to ring up and explain to my boss why I've just damaged his brand new £100,000 truck. So, but there you go, all sorted and off the boat, and yeah, I'm going to park up in the port as well, because it's usually a mad rush getting out of Le Havre. So I'll park up in the port and let everybody else go, and then I'll go in half an hour or so when all the heroes have gone. This is Pont de Tankerville. You're coming out of Le Havre, or Le Havre as we would say in Bolton, and you get the Pont de Normandy, which is on the other side, heading down towards Caen, which is actually in my last video, as in part 3 of a Spain video I think. And coming out this way towards Rouen is this bridge, Pont de Tankerville. All you do is you come out of, in fact you come out of the port, you come to a roundabout, immediately as you come out of the port, you go straight across, you come to a set of lights again immediately, turn right. In fact I think you've got to turn right, I think you can't go straight on, I might be wrong, I can't remember. Anyway, just turn right and just follow that road out. You go through loads of sets of lights and it goes from 2 lanes to 1 lane to 2 lanes, eventually puts you on big dual carriageway. Eventually, if you follow the signs for Tankerville, brings you down to a roundabout, turn left, up the hill, brings you to that péage there, brings you over the bridge. And for some reason it always seems to be overcast and damp and raining every time I come out this way. And that's it now. This is a pretty quiet run now for a good few hours. Heading towards Rouen, and then you split off. You don't actually go to Rouen, but you just let the car go. Yeah, and yeah, you don't actually go to Rouen. You split off and go down the A28, which is a extraordinarily quiet motorway. You'd be lucky to overtake anything going down the A28. It's a really steady road. Come on! I'm just filming this section to illustrate an earlier point I made about the A28, because this is the A28. Not all roads in France are like this. A lot of them are, but I wish they all were. It'd make my job a lot easier. Some people find this kind of stuff really boring, but I don't. I love it. It's brilliant, this. Cruise control, you do 4.5 hours on cruise control and not overtake anybody. Brilliant. Okay then, I've just stopped for a shower at Alençon, and I thought whilst I've got the opportunity I would show you the route I'm going to take. So that's the crossing into Le Havre. Again, this map's miles out of date, but the bits that are wrong I'll explain it to you. So come out Le Havre, along there, head for Rouen. But this road here now is all motorway. This is the A28 that I filmed earlier now. So all the way down here, the A28, Alençon, which is where I am now, about 2.5 hours from Le Havre. Limoges, Tours, Poitiers. Now, come off at Poitiers Nord, National 147 to Limoges, all the way down the A20, Montauban, Toulouse, Carcassonne, Perpignan, down to the border at L'Argenquera. I'll do the Spanish bit. Barcelona's down here, it's about 2 hours from the border at L'Argenquera, but that's the border I'm going in at. Where am I? There. That is also another route you can take across to Châteauroux there. That road isn't very good. This road is much better. That's too many villages, too many stop-start and messing about. I know you pay for that section, but this way saves you a lot of time. So that's the way I go. So yeah, that's it. I just finished off a break at, put my pen away. Just finish up a break here and probably do another 4 hours from here, and then have another break, and then do another 3.5 after that, and see where we get to. Probably somewhere just south of Montauban. No, probably a bit further than that actually. We'll see. See how I get on later on.
On sail again.
just coming off at Poitiers Nord, obviously, see the sign, following the sign for Limoges. It's the National 147 R1. I'm going to call in the centre routier at Limoges as well and see if I can get the truck washed. I've never had it done there before, so I don't know what the score is. If it's busy, I'm not going to wait because I haven't got the time really. But all being well, I get my truck washed. But it's a little way to Limoges, yeah. And these French peages seem to want you to stop. So the tag beeps as you heard, but the barrier won't go up on a lot of them until you actually stop. It's a stupid idea, but there you go. That's the French for you. Still on the National 147 here. It's a fair old drive from Poitiers across to Limoges. It's about 110 k's, something like that, so it takes a good while to do. You go through a couple of these little villages, but on the whole you can jam on along the National 147. It's a pretty good road. And I've done 4¼ hours driving, so I need to find somewhere to stop as soon as I can, which is easier said than done along here, but we'll find somewhere, not to worry.